Hello. This is Michelle Mickey Jones, and I am the owner and operator and creative designer behind Michelle's Visual Imaginations. And what we are continuing to talk about is how I am learning things along this entrepreneurial journey. So, if you're catching this on the replay, hello to you and thank you for watching. And if you're following me, and if you don't mind, you can hit the share button, whether it's right here in this corner of your screen or whether or not it's over here in this corner of your screen. I would greatly appreciate it. And for those of you that would like to follow me, you can do so on Facebook at facebook.com/Michelle's Visual Imaginations. And you can also find me on YouTube. But what I wanted to talk to you about is, of course, what I'm learning on this entrepreneurial journey. And today we are going to discuss showing up real. And I have 3 tips that I'd like to share with you. And I do have my notes. Okay, so I don't want to miss anything. And I also have a script that I am going to tell you that I'm going to put to memory. Not that I don't know what it is, but the way that I wrote it, it was just so awesome that I just want to deliver it that way every single time. But it all coincides with what we're talking about today, which is showing up real. Now, we all want to gain an audience, we all want to gain a following, but we also want to be effective in our writing. And what that entails is 3 things. And the first thing is we have to put ourselves out there. We have to put ourselves out there. Now, what do I mean by putting yourself out there? I mean that you have to be unafraid to share a piece of you with the world. Because when you're doing a public speaking event, or when you're writing a book, or when you're doing a live on Facebook, the world has access to you. It's all social. It's all public knowledge. So you have to be unafraid with sharing a piece of you with the world. The next thing you have to do is be vulnerable. Most people associate vulnerability with weakness, but to the contrary. Vulnerability shows your strength. It shows that you have the ability to separate and to acknowledge that you need downtime and separate that personal and that professional and regain composure and realign yourself. And the third thing to putting yourself out there is to understand that you are human. We've discussed previously that perfection is not our goal, but we understand it completely. And that's all part of being human. So with this step 1 of understanding the things that I'm learning on this entrepreneurial journey and showing up real, is I want to read you 2 things. One is a quick intro of me, so that you'll know what I'm about, what I do, and what I offer. And the next one is a little bit more in depth of the services that I offer you. So I'm going to look away and I'm going to read directly from the script. Remember, the first one, we're talking about putting yourself out there. So this is me putting myself out there. I am a social worker and writer who helps people aged 40 plus who have been plagued by abuse, shame, guilt, and unforgiveness get in touch with their true raw emotions, utilizing customized coping techniques in order to tell their story, be it written form or spoken word. That's a short intro to me, so that you know more about what it is that I do, what I'm offering, and who I'm offering it to. Now, if you don't fit into that category, that's fine. Maybe you know someone that does, and you can, I know somebody that can help you. You'll remember me. Short, quick, and to the point. But at least you know what I do, who I am, and who I'm doing it for. The next piece of being vulnerable and showing up real is a little more in-depth bio for the exact person that I'm trying to help. As a rape survivor and former child of abuse, who as a mother allowed abuse to occur in her children, I am passionate about breaking the silence and empowering others to use their voice and gain greater strength through healing of not only themselves but the generations that follow. My goal is to accomplish this task in several ways. First, through my nonprofit organization, Being My Sister's Keeper, which I would like to have coincide with my social work degree. And second, through my for-profit writing company, Michelle's Visual Imaginations, which is my publishing company that helps people who have difficulty expressing themselves on paper. I also want to be able to support my cause, Lupus 365, for lupus survivors and caregivers. Thus far, I have published 2 books of poetry in a lupus journal. I am also a co-author in an anthology in which I tell how my lack of healing left me unaware of the damage being done to my children. These are my passions. And if you want to know more about my services, you can follow me on my website, which is, of course. But that's 2 ways that I know that I will, from this point on, use to 1, introduce myself, and to 2, make clear my purpose and who I'm here to serve. So again, the first point for today in showing up real is making yourself vulnerable and putting yourself out there. The next thing, point number 2 for today's lesson, is to engage. Now, some of you will catch this on the replay. Some of you are following me now, and you will make comments. And it is my responsibility as the moderator of this event, again, whether it be live, a speaking event, or in written form, is to give you an opportunity to, 1, have a conversation. So as I engage with you, I allow you to have a conversation. 2, I offer you a response. All part of engagement. And the third thing is I acknowledge your feedback. So not only am I putting myself out there, but I am engaging with you so that I can have a conversation with you and you can give me feedback. Question and answer period. So whichever way that you break that down in your presentation, whether again it's spoken or written, that's how you do it. And the third thing about showing up real is, how am I helping others? What am I doing? What am I saying? Where am I being? Who am I helping? My goal is to help others. As I said in my long intro about what it is that I wanted to do as a person for my company, I want to be able to help others. But what am I helping you with? I, in my writing, in my speaking, in my public oration, allow you to live vicariously through me. You may not be ready to actually put yourself out there and be vulnerable, but you can quietly live vicariously through me, and hopefully that will encourage you and give you the confidence and help you to build the strength and self-awareness to know that you too have a story that needs to be told, and you too have the opportunity to help someone else with telling your story. And 2, I'm offering you relief. And unless you're in therapy or you're in counseling, I can't give you a solution. I can help you work through a solution, but right now, by me helping you, I'm offering you a sense of relief. Relief in knowing that you are not alone in this struggle. Relief of knowing that you too have an out. Relief in knowing that there is another side, a brighter side, a positive side, a more meaningful side. Helping you to understand that there is relief in knowing that you become self-aware when you take self-care. Those are the things that we do as writers, as speakers, as authors, as orators, as teachers, as coaches. That's the main thing in helping others. We have to give you a space and time where you feel relief. So, what did we discuss today? We talked about showing up real. That's the whole thing. And I'm sharing with you the things that I'm learning on this entrepreneurial journey about showing up real. The first thing is putting yourself out there. The second thing is engaging. And the third thing is helping. And each one of those has bullet points underneath of it. And again, if you're catching this on the replay and you have any questions, you can put your questions in the comments and I'll respond to you. But the whole goal of Michelle's Visual Imaginations is to help you, the whole person. So I can't sit and give you a questionnaire and say, tell me how you feel about said such thing, to write this letter or craft this birthday card or this acknowledgement if you don't understand what it is you're feeling, if you don't feel comfortable in telling what it is you're feeling. So that's why this is a whole process and we work with the whole person, which is another reason why I incorporate the techniques that I've learned as a social worker. Because again, it's about meeting someone where they are, not about taking them where you want them to be. I'm not going to be able to push you into anything or guide you into anything that you are not ready for. I'm a witness. That doesn't work. It's not what I'm here to do. I am here to empathize with you about your situation and to come up with plausible, doable solutions. And guess what? If you make a list of things that you want to accomplish and you give yourself a time goal and you don't accomplish them in that time, it's okay to put them on the next list. As long as you keep progressing forward, that's what it's all about. It's all about forward movement. And as a social worker, that's my biggest goal. I understand that I can't help everybody. As a writer, I want to be comfortable in what I am conveying to you so that it becomes effective for you. So again, this is Michelle Mickey Jones, and we're talking about today how Michelle's Visual Imaginations can help you show up real. Have a great evening.